I guess the second part of the question maybe can be boiled down to an assessment of our intelligence agencies in the last. I'll just pick a decade. Secretive intelligence agencies, per Scott's question, having undue influence, and is Donald Trump uh, grabbing the bull by the horns here?
Yeah, the way to answer that is by commission and omission. If we start the omission, let's ask ourselves, what did the CIA or the Defense Intelligence Agency, did they predict 9/11? No. They had no idea it was coming. Did they know about the Yom Kippur War? No. Did they know Pakistan was going to let off a bomb? No, they had no idea. Did they have any timetable that was accurate about the Iranian nuclear development? Not really. So did they realize the Shah was going to collapse when he did suddenly? No. Did they know that the Afghan Kabul thing, when Biden said in July he wanted to pull out gradually, and Mark Milley said it would be very orderly, and the Afghan army was tip top and 300, did the CIA said, no, it's going to collapse? No. So they haven't had a good record. Then the act of commission, are they interfering? Yes. John Brennan, head of the CIA, and James Clapper, director of national intelligence, along with Comey, sat in the office of Barack Obama when he said to them, I know Donald Trump is colluding. And they said to him, our intelligence says that he's not. And then Obama said, well, go find it. Go find stuff that he is. And so they did. And then Clapper lied under oath when he said that the National Intelligence Agency, National Security Agency doesn't spy on Americans. They do. And he apologized for that. I said the least untruthful thing. And then Brennan lied twice about the target. Everybody's mad about the drug interdictions. Obama killed 500 people from predator assassinations, and Brennan claimed that not one civilian was killed. That was a lie. He said the CIA didn't spy on the Senate staffers. They did, and Democrats wanted him to resign. And then you remember the 51 intelligence authorities. These were retired CIA, and they said they were retired. No, some of them were still contractors. They told us that Hunter's laptop was a product of Russian information, meaning disinformation. And they knew it. That was false because Christopher Wray had his FBI had that laptop, and they'd had it for almost a year, and they knew that it was Hunter's, and the CIA knew that. So they were lying, and that affected an election, basically. A later poll said that the 51 intelligence authorities who said it was Russian meant that when Joe Biden got onto that debate 3 or 4 days later, the last debate of 2020, and Trump started railing about Hunter and Mr. Big Guy and 10%, and Joe Biden, you were in that laptop. 51 intelligence, you're lying, Donald Trump. This was all Russian. This was collusion. That's you. That was all a lie. So they affected that election, and they tried to affect the 2016 election. So yeah, I think they're kind of out of, we have too many of them. You can't, there's so many intelligence agencies. I don't think there's 50 of them. So, and then everybody thinks there are these guys that are hardcore right wing. They're not. They're mostly liberal arts people, and they think they're very smart, and they haven't got a good record of prediction or intervention.
Nice.
And they didn't really forecast the Iraqi insurgency. They didn't forecast the collapse of the Taliban. The Afghan army and the quick. They didn't predict what happened in 1975 when the Vietnamese army collapsed suddenly. They haven't.
Right. Yeah.
They're doing other things. They shouldn't have anything to do by their charters with domestic politics. So any of those 51 intelligence authorities, they should have told Mike Morrell, the former interim CIA director. I can't comment on that, Mike. I'm a foreign intelligence officer. I don't snoop. I don't get involved in domestic politics, especially on the eve of it. So I'm talking to you, Leon Panetta, head of the
Yeah.
CIA, and you, James Clapper, and you, John Brennan. You had no business rounding up your cronies and then lying to the American people to alter an election and then didn't have the character enough to apologize for what you did. So, yeah,
Uh,
I'm really worried about the intelligence
yeah.
agency.
They will die before they apologize.